American citizen with a seal on it, signed by a doctor with the hospital administrator's name, my parents, my date of birth, the time, the date. I want to go back to January 20th, and I want to know, why are you people ignoring his birth certificate?
If you're referring to the president there, he is a citizen of the United States. When he is a citizen of the United States. Maybe where did it start? Start in the middle, how's that?
All the men and women that died in this country in 1776 till the present time. I think we should all stand up and
all right, folks. That's enough. You can watch the rest of it up on Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com. In fact, show folks a smaller bubble of that video so they can see the title of it and find it for themselves on YouTube or on the web. It's titled McCassell on Peebo's Birth Certificate. Now, the issue here, and this one version has 700,000 views, or to be technical, 697,000 views. The issue here, this is what's scaring the establishment, is they all start chanting and standing up and screaming at him in a spontaneous verbal riot almost. I think that shows the numbers are bigger than 25 million people. You've had a random congressional event with Congressman Castle that the majority, and I'm watching those people closely, get up and are screaming. And you notice he said he is a citizen. Yeah, you can be a citizen and be born in Austria. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a citizen, but he's not eligible to be president. Phil Berg.
Growing bigger and bigger because they don't know how to respond, and they're all saying that we've seen the birth certificate, and if we get the word out, they haven't seen the birth certificate. And the reason they won't show the birth certificate, if they show it, he's done, because the birth certificate will show he was born in Kenya. I have on our website the paternal grandmother, Sarah Obama's statement in Swahili that she was in the hospital. She was there when he was born, with his half-sister and half-brother were present there. Why doesn't he refer to his black grandmother? He only referred to his white grandmother, who died right before the November elections.
Why doesn't he take care? Why doesn't he take care of all his family? I got family that I help out some. He doesn't even care about brothers. He doesn't care about grandmothers. I mean that right there, boy. This is not a very compassionate person.
Well, his aunt is living in Boston. I tried to visit with her, but she wouldn't talk to me up in Boston, who's here as an illegal alien. And I think that's the same status as Obama. His half-brother's living in Kenya on $1 a month. I mean, he gave supposedly Odinga, his cousin over there, he gave over $1 million. Odinga lost the election, but then he burned down churches with people in it, and they finally put him in office to stop some of the death and destruction that was going on.
And that's the other issue. You're not just saying that, Phil. I mean, the Senate letters from Obama advising how to riot, he's like a savage revolutionary. My God, he's setting up a dictatorship. Phil, stay there 5 more minutes. We'll take a few calls from William, David, Ron, and Daniel. I have quick questions, folks, for Phil Berg. We're going to have Phil Berg back up again next week. And yes, the last interview for the new Obama film is Phil Berg. We're going to interview him this weekend. So that will be in the new film as well. This is huge. Stay with us. Obama's approval rating plunging. No president, even Jimmy Carter or George W. Bush, went down to below 50 in the first 7-8 months. This is an all-time low. I'm going to cover that later. Take a few calls here. We're going to have him back up next week so you can talk to him more. For Phil Berg, ObamaCrimes.com. William in Delaware, you're on the air with Phil Berg. Go ahead.
Hey, I want to thank Phil for taking on the legal aspect of this whole situation. And Alex, I want to thank you and Jason and Luke out there for showing me what a powerful weapon that video camera is. Because without that, there wasn't anybody else down there that day actually recording this stuff. And I stuck 4 or 5 different videos from the footage that I got there that day and put them out there, and that one just took off.
Wait, footage of what? Footage of Phil Berg?
No, I'm the creator of the woman in the red shirt video here in Delaware.
Wow, what a small world. So you're saying you're one of my listeners. You learned from us
I'm an official info warrior, Alex, and I'm proud to be one.
Wow, and now this thing's got millions and millions of views, hundreds of different versions, some of them 700, some of them 500,000 views apiece. Phil, how exciting that the guy that shot the video, hey, what was it like seeing this huge spontaneous awakening where, I mean, you were in that crowd. It looks like from the video that like 80-90% of the people are yelling, yeah, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
what did you...
It was about that. And let me stage for this thing. This was a town hall listening tour that was going to be about health care. He put it 3 days after his vote for cap and trade. 80 to 90% of the people that were there because of his vote for that cap and trade bill.
Well, listen, William, I want to say right now, we will put it in the film if you will send us the footage of that lady and make the point, because it'd be higher quality. Can I put you on hold and give you our FedEx number, and will you let us use that in the new Obama film?
Absolutely, and I've got one other thing to plug. After the meeting, I got up one-on-one with Mike Castle, and the audio is not great on it, but it's actually posted as a video response to this first one. And I'm asking him about forced vaccination bill, whether he would vote for it. He flip-flops on it, and eventually at the end he says, yes, under certain circumstances he would vote to forcibly vaccinate us, and it wouldn't be a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which frankly I think is disgusting.
This is incredible. You know what, William? I'm going to put you on hold right now, get your name and number, and I'm going to call you in a little while and give you our FedEx number, but I'd like to have you on for maybe 10, 15 minutes next week. We do 2 hours on this subject. But look, every time I turn around, it is our listeners that are trailblazing on every big issue. William, you warmed my heart. You made my day. God bless you.
Hey, thanks, Alex. And I also want to put a plug out to the Oath Keepers, because I'm constantly pushing those guys for our troops and our police.
We'll do that, but we got to say bye. Look, I'll just have you back on. Get his name and number, John. Phil, I'm going to have you back up next week. My team's coming up this weekend to interview you for the film. But in closing, and I meant to get to other calls, but that caller had, look at what a small world it is that it's one of our listeners that did that.
That's wonderful. Yeah, no, the big thing is if everyone can go to my website and send it to everyone on their address book, obamacrimes.com. Listeners, go to it, send it to everyone on your address book, and ask them to send it on and on and on. And if you can make a contribution to us, it's costly. We want to get signboards up that mean something. We want signs going up, Obama, where's your birth certificate? We want to have bumper stickers with or metallic things you can put on the side of your car saying, Obama, where's your birth certificate? Not this easy way out saying, where's your birth certificate? Doesn't do it. So obamacrimes.com is the place to go, everyone.
Absolutely. People should support you. You're doing invaluable work. And I want to have you on next week for an hour or more with the colonel who you're representing and to cover a lot more at obamacrimes.com. Mr. Berg, thank you so much for spending time with us. And I'm going to have my producer call you in about 20 minutes to lock down that interview time.
You got it. My pleasure. Thank you.
You bet. Take care. Our website's Infowars.com and prisonplanet.tv. We have another guest coming up, Reverend James Manning. Stay with us.